G'day fellas. In my last video I was struggling with some 3D printing. This is what my first attempt at making a pump logo looked like. These ones were printed in this orientation on the print bread, and I've cut the excess out. Obviously that didn't work, so I reduced it thinking I was just being ambitious, and so I just did the domes and had no better luck. I then continued with the dome theory, just printing the pump bladder. But yeah, I think ultimately what happened with these runs was I wasn't paying attention, and I selected the wrong profile, because these I did before Christmas, and yes, there were a few other failed experiments, quite a few other failed experiments, and then I thought, okay, we're being too clever for our own good. Let's go back to basic principles. Let's do this in the most ordinary way one would 3D print things, which is just flat, and that worked pretty well. The problem is my dual head printer has a lot of stringing, and TPU is really bad for stringing, so when you actually scale it up, and this is a failed print where I printed two pairs in one go, and what happened is that there's just a lot of contamination from the two different colors. So I abandoned that and I went back, and this one I printed the two colors separate. So I printed the red and the white, and then I glued the two pieces together, and honestly this is the cleanest, best result. I still have the problem with support material being a bit problematic to remove, but I'm pretty sure that's just twiddling with some more settings. So this is probably what I'm gonna use eventually. I'll redo this model again, but this is a bit too much work for just doing pullovers where I am at the moment. We're not making finished shoes. So these to print took, I think, 6, 7, 8 hours, a long time. After Christmas I came back, and I'd had a bit of time to think, and I just ran the original model back through again. If you remember, the original model, the first print, turned out like rubbish. Now this is exactly the same model. As you can see, this one hasn't been cut free, so this is what it looks like on the print bed. So this is just support material around the side, and although there are some banding here, if you can see on camera, it's perhaps tolerable, especially for sample making. And this only takes, I think it's 2 hours to print, and use a lot less material, so a lot more economical for prototyping. And this is the last print that I made, and honestly this confuses me as well, because all I've done is increase the buttressing, or the support around, if that makes sense. And if you look really closely, we do have an improvement, but I find it really interesting because the defects are almost in the same place. We've got 3 main defects on the first one, 1, 2, 3, and then that's duplicated again, 1, 2, 3. Get that in camera. 1, 2, 3. So is this better or worse? Well, it is actually better, because there's a 4th major defect, which is not as pronounced as the others, but it is there, and it's on this one, you can see this 4th defect. Well, this one doesn't have that 4th defect, it's only got 3 defects, so that's an improvement. I will, the next time I print this, I will change this buttressing again. I'll just reduce it because I think this one took about 4 hours to print, which is, yeah, it's getting up there into some fairly, you want to keep the production time down as low as possible. So yeah, that's where we're at with 3D printing. Lots of fun, but yeah. Alright, good day. We'll be back. I'll try and get the assembly of this above the rim shoe finished shortly, and we'll get that going. Anyway, I'll catch you later.